Alright, hello YouTube. Handheld Guru 97 back today. I have not done a review in a while. Had some stuff to deal with, but today I've decided to come back with a game review for Activision Anthology for the Game Boy Advance. This game came out in 2003 for the Game Boy Advance, and it came out for the PlayStation 2 in 2002, and I believe it's also available on the computer. On this game cartridge there are 55 Atari 2600 games that fit in the palm of your hand and fit in your Game Boy Advance SP or your Game Boy Micro. So that is portable power right there. So let's plug this game in and get it started. Alright. Zoom in real quick here. Alright. You can see my wonderful display. There we go. Zoom back out my stand. Alright. Alright, so here is your rack of games. So you have a lot of games here. You've got a lot of so this is so games like Bloody Human Freeway here are not this is like a prototype of a game. Here, let me turn my light off real quick. Also, the PS2 version had licensed 1980s music. This, as you can probably understand, does not. But over here does have some music that sounds like 80s music. You can change your volume, brightness, all that stuff. So here you've got your Atari, play a game from there, high scoreboard, and yeah, and you can get patches, which you could originally do way back in the 80s, I believe. Atari had the patch system where you could take a picture of your TV and I think send it to Activision, and you could get, oops, going all the way off, and you could get a patch something like this. I only have 2 so far. I just got this game recently though, so it's understandable. See, not bad. So let's go look at the games and get a little more into depth about those. So you've got Barnstorming, Baseball, Beam Rider, Bloody Human Freeway, Boxing, Bridge, Checkers, Chopper Command, Climber 5, which is a homebrew game, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, homebrew game. You can check if you don't know if it's a homebrew game or not, like I do. You can just see if it doesn't have a box art, then it's homebrew. Usually. Oh, then you got Cosmic Communicator, Hero, or H-E-R-O. I just call it Hero. Crackpots, I can't read that, Through the Viewfinder, Dolphin, Dragster, Endera, I think I said that right, Fishing Derby, the real version of Freeway, Frostbite, Ram Pricks, Pitfall, I have no idea how to say that. Once again, another homebrew game. Oki, I believe that's a homebrew. Oink, Mega Mania, Laser Blast, Keystone Capers, Kaboom, Kaboomer, Ice Hockey, Skeleton Plus, Pitfall 2, Black Attack, Pressure Cooker, Private Eye, River Raid 2, Robot Tank, Sequest, Skateboarding, I think, Title Match, Homebrew, Thwok, Tennis, yeah, I don't know how to say this one, Star Master, Stampede, Spider Fighter, Space Treat Deluxe, Space Shuttle, Skyjinx, Skiing, Tomcat, can't read that, Venetian Blinds, that's interesting, I'll show you that, Activision Prototype 1 and 2. So, I mean, you got a lot of games here. A lot of games for your money. So, let's boot up Freeway. Actually, we'll just go with the real version. Then I can show you the differences. And then, look, you can do multiplayer. But the weird thing about multiplayer, and I did this the other day, is you have to have the link cable, and you have to use this screen as this main screen. The second player does not get their own screen. They have to look at your screen. So, yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's not that bad. So this is your screen. You can adjust stuff by hitting the L button. Like, you can make it black and white, make it color, change difficulty and all that. To start, you hit select on all games. And this is like Frogger, except you can't move to the sides. See? Oh, okay, I don't want to get in the... want to get run over. You can't really see the score on this one. This one's a harder game to see the score. So yeah, that's basically your, oh, hit exit, yes. Let's see. And then we'll show you this one, just so you can see the differences. Okay. So now, as you can see, just a little harder. Oh, human getting run over. Haha. Yeah. So this one's a lot. This is harder if you want a little more challenge. Of course, you can probably change the difficulty on that one. So yeah. So basically, like most games of the early 80s and late 70s, you were supposed to get a high score, which is the point of the patch system. You get a really high score, boom, you get a patch. Or you do something in the game, like for example in ice hockey here, you have to beat the main team. You have to beat the other team, and then you get a patch. So let me show off some of my favorites. So this one, oh, and here's the manual. Now, the PS2 version, it had licensed music, and the manuals were scanned in, so they were like just took the old manual, scanned it in. Now this is just text, which is a little annoying, but hey, better than not having it. Which would be helpful. Okay, so, and you hit start, select. Yeah, it's hard playing this through the viewfinder. And let's get started. Whee! And then you rescue people. High score goes up. Yeah, this is a good game, I must say. So, really fun one. Wanted to show this one off. Back, there we go. So yeah, you get the point. You're supposed to blow some stuff up, shoot some enemies, blow some more walls up, fall down some holes, shoot more enemies, rescue some people. So yeah, I mean that one's simple. Alright, let's show off about Pitfall. A lot of older gamers know what this is. You didn't know Pitfall existed till I bought this game. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to get to the gold. If you've ever played Bit Trip Runner, you may have seen, and you've gotten to the bonus rooms, you will probably have seen a game that looks similar. Look at this, they spent a lot of time on their sound effects, not much time on the music, but oh, dang it. Oh, crocodiles. Open mouth, close them, thank you. Oh, and I drowned. Yeah, you get that one. Now I want to show you this one. Oink. Now this one is a game based on the Three Little Pigs, and this one's really good. I don't know why, but it's really, really fun. I was playing it, and I got the patch. Let's see. Okay. So basically, Big White Wolf's trying to blow into your house, as usual. You're supposed to, you know, cover tiles. As you can see, he's using his tongue, although the manual says he's breathing. So, I don't get it, but, it's alright. Got 3 lives. So that, you see what you're supposed to do, just don't get eaten by the wolf. So yeah, you get that one. I'll show one more before I get my... How about I show you Kaboom? This is a good one. So basically, you're supposed to catch some bombs. Just show you a little bit here. It's kind of hard. I've heard that it's easier with the paddle on the Atari 2600. I don't really know, but yeah, that one's a good one. I didn't want to show too much of that. Just got checked. So River Raid. This is... Right now, this might be my favorite. I'm not sure. There's just so many on this cartridge. You're not supposed to do that, like I just did. You can get some fuel, and much like Pitfall, it has its sequel here. Get some fuel, or you can blow up the fuel, and then you can die. Blow some boats up. Yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, exit. So, would I recommend this game cartridge to people? I would. This is a good game. I mean, it is if you lived and breathed Atari in the 1980s. This is a good game to pick up for your Game Boy Advance SP or Game Boy Micro, and relive your childhood if you're like me and were born after the 1980s, but you have respect for some of these classic games, like River Raid, Pitfall, and all the others I showed you, then this is a good game to pick up. If you own a Game Boy Advance for the sole purpose of playing retro games, pick up and play retro games, this is not a bad option. You got 55, pick up and play Atari 2600 games. You've got the patch system, which can keep you trying to get that high score for a very long time. Some of these scores are crazy hard to get. Let me try and think of one. Kaboom's going to be impossible for me. Yeah, I'm trying to think of some. Yeah, the scores are high, I'll tell you that much. Some of them are really easy to get, others not so much, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, highly recommend this cartridge. It is not a common cartridge on the Game Boy Advance, it's more common on the PlayStation 2. However, I'd recommend it more for the SP just because it is portable. And there are more games. The PS2 version only had like 49, this has 55. Some more of them are homebrew, and I did not show you those, but you get the idea of them. You could probably look them up online, but they're very good games, so I'd give this cartridge probably a 7 out of 10, so highly recommend it if you're looking for good pick up and play retro titles on your Game Boy Advance. So thank you for watching YouTube, and see you later.